Good afternoon. I'm back. Had a wonderful little rest. Had something to eat. Chilled out a bit. I was looking for a good Robin Williams movie to. Well, sorry, no. I'll rephrase that because all Robin Williams movies are good. I was looking for a Robin Williams movie to watch, but there was nothing on Netflix and HBO that really tickled my fancy right now. So I thought I'd come back and maybe get in a little bit more Outpost time. So this is the character I was with the last time we went down. I thought I'd give the workshop another looky-loo. I'm really not sure as to what to get. Like, I'm fine. All of the missions I've done just fine with what I've got. And I'm a bit tight-fisted. So although I've got the money and I'd have some left over, and I'm going to earn more down the line anyway, I'm still like, nah, do I really need that? I've done Arctic missions and desert missions just fine in fur armor. I'm like, like the only thing I'd like a bit of an upgrade on, if it was an upgrade, is something like a bow, but given that it's obviously got durability and I wouldn't be able to repair it, it would get me started, but it's not so amazing over just the longbow and the normal bow talent, so I'm really at a bit of a loss. I like going through the motions and making stuff down on planet, so yeah. Anyway, let's go down to the outpost, shall we? And outpost and chill. Why does he have the first cohort suit on? I thought I put the other one on him. Well, we're not going to need that because we've got the Hark on our other main characters, so we might as well put that on him. Don't need anything else because we've got the rest down on the planet already. Yes. I've got the house, well, the starter house together, so it's basically just a bit more scouting around, trying to seeing when inspiration hits us, if it does at all. Yeah, and our house is here. So happy we're basically the opposite side of the map from wherever this thing decides to drop us every goddamn time. How much shit have we got on us? Not a lot. Okay, so then we'll mine up some stuff on the way home to take home. Oh, it does work on those as well. Okay, cool. afternoon. I'm back, and I thought I'd hang out a bit and just chill on the outpost. Look around and see if I find some place to build something moderately epic if inspiration strikes. How's your afternoon going? Oh, okay. Deep vein. I haven't done that in ages. Do you use I've got to ask now because some people almost take offense at the idea of using those kinds of things. But do you use anything like Icarus Intel, the website with the maps? Because if you don't, but you're okay with doing that kind of thing, I'd highly recommend it. They've got, you use it. Okay, cool. Because they've got extra information on where you can find the exotics nodes. Because it depends on the drop, because it's randomized. Obviously, every time you go in, it's going to be different. But there can be 5 or even up to 6 if you're super lucky. And Icarus Intel, if you select the deep vein extraction on the filter, it will give you a little icon on the map of exactly where you can find each one. I mean, supposedly you use it already. Okay, cool. That's good. That's good. Like very early on, I happened across it from the guy that made it. Finally raged. He posted it on the Icarus Discord, and it was still super early on. And I noticed I was having a problem with it. So it would load up, and when it first loaded, it would show the grid, and then when I went to zoom in, the grids would disappear. And I DM'd the guy on the Discord and told him about the problem, and he was like super on it. Like he straight away he asked if I could send him a screenshot of what it looked like and some information from the browser. Like he straight away knew probably what the issue was, and he asked if I have any extra keyboard languages set up on the computer, and I was like, yeah, I've got English and Hungarian because of the extra letters and everything. So I sent him all the info that he needed, and he thanked me on Discord. And just a few days later, when he started to update the page with some more of the functions, like on the left hand side, there's like an info section or something. Let me bring it up. Actually, I was gonna switch it to, yeah, the very top one. Like if you press just above the filter, there's the little menu icon, the 3 stripes. You click that, and then there's a list of Discord names. And I was reading down it, and I noticed my name was there, and I was like, dude. And I wrote to him on Discord, I was like, dude, I helped you with like one little thing. I'm like, really, thank you very much for putting me in there. I didn't expect anything at all. I was like, wow, thank you. It's super surprising, and it was nice of him. I, I do my duty to make sure to point everyone in the Icarus Intel direction now. That's for sure. Well, I did beforehand, but now I do it even more so. And the dude, I got to chatting with the dude, and apparently he started to learn how to code, like how to make websites and stuff, 3 months before making that. Like he's literally been coding for like 4.5, 5 months now, and he made that. Okay, since it started to get bigger, I think he's got maybe a couple of people on to help somewhat, but the lion's share of the work that what you see, the way it's set up, he did, and he only learned to code like less than half a year ago. I complimented him on it. He's done a really fucking bang up job. The number of times I've tried to do like online courses and things to try and learn how to code certain things to do like website work, it was always in the shitter. It's never been the kind of thing I was able to get my head around. Okay. I've forgotten where I put things. That's for tree sap. That's for flour. This is for everything else. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna need another one that's for everything else. Everything else. Where did I put the crafting bench? Over here. Here we go. I played on the Outpost like 2 days ago, and I've already forgotten where I put everything. I need some stone. I want to build, like I was thinking about it just as I was loading up. And when I used to build in Minecraft, I'd basically go on a server and try and find the kind of biome that I enjoy building in, and I'd roam around, you know, and when like a general area of the map kind of like caught my fancy, and it kind of screamed to me and say, oh, I could do this here or that there, then I'd build something there, and it was really nice. I won't say epic, but you know, I built some relatively large towns in a Viking and medieval style, and I've been roaming around the Outpost trying to get the same kind of inspiration, but nothing's really hit me yet. I mean, I had the standard thought for me when it comes to building stuff. I was like, I wouldn't mind trying my hand at like a Viking longhouse, make like a big, you know, Viking town hall kind of deal as like a centerpiece, and have walkways leading across the different bridges and everything. It's just I've been racking my brain as to how I could physically do the roof of like a Viking style house in Icarus, and I'm at a loss at the moment, so I think I'll just make a start on the base of it, and then we'll just see it. We'll see how it goes. I mean, even the material, I'm not 100% sure what I want to do, because I thought if I go with stone, it'll be like stone and wood, seeing as it's the Outpost and the wood is never going to take damage. It would be easier, but then if I try and do it in like a mix of concrete, glass, and maybe a bit of wood and stone, just for the way that the stone roofs look, I could maybe try and pull off something a little modern, you know, like kind of get a bit of a juxtaposition, put an old school and I mean old as in old with an E at the end, ye old style of building in like a modern material, it might be interesting, but I'm still not sure. Could put that there. Okay. That's extras, that's tools and weapons, that's all the duped stuff. Oh yeah, there's a dupe that works between the station and the outpost. You can't physically take dupe stuff back up to the workshop, but to have extra items without having to buy them down on the outpost, if you take something from the workshop and you come down, then all you've got to do is leave and come back in again without changing what's in your inventory, and it will duplicate them. If you come down with that same character, then all of the workshop items you had in your inventory, it will double them. And you can go back and put back one set, and once that one set that you legitimately started with will still be there, it will be yours, but then you've still got one down on the planet that you can continue to use. And when I first came down on the outpost, I was testing it to see if the dupe physically worked, as in I could get stuff off of the outpost back to the workshop, so that maybe I could use the footage from Twitch and put in a bug report to show them, look, hey, dudes, we can dupe stuff. But it turns out that they must have found some way to plug it, that you can't physically take the duped items back up to the station. But now I've got a whole bunch of extra gear here, so... And that's how I've got all of the modules. I only bought one of each of the modules, but I've got like, fuck knows, like 3 or 4 of the modules down here now. I mean, it doesn't make any difference, because I can't physically use it in the game, where it would be an advantage. We did get quite a lot of silica on the way back. I could get into making concrete. Hello, Mr. Deer. So if I was going to do like a longhouse, well, if you can, then I wasn't able to. That's exactly what I was trying to. That's exactly what I was trying to test to see if I could do, but I wasn't able to. Oh, what you mean? If I come back down to the planet with another character, and then take stuff back with that character that's been left here by this character, I could physically take. That I didn't try. I didn't try with alternate characters. I just kept trying it with the same character. No. Oh, okay. Then I got it wrong. What I did try was, I came down and got the duped items, and then to make sure that I had something in the workshop, I went back up and I put one set back in the workshop, and I came back down to the planet. It duped them again. Yeah, and then I made a box. Put it into the storage, yeah. I did that part. Oh, you take it out of there with another character, yeah? Yeah. I didn't do that. I didn't do that part. No, but that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, okay, I get you. I get you. Yeah, yeah. Same difference. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, but you can't take multiples up. I can like this character can go up to the workshop, and I'll bring down one of all of my items, and I'll do the dupe thing. Yeah. So then I come down, go up, come down again. It dupes it. But when I go up and put them back, yeah, that and any other character can use them. And then when I come back down to the outpost, I've still got them also. So in essence, they are duped, but that's exclusive to the outpost. I can't bring extra. Yeah, I can't do the duping over and over again and bring more than that original one set back with me. It won't. It won't let me. Uh, the hell was that? I thought nothing was. I thought things weren't supposed to take damage on the outpost. Why is that crate getting damaged? Anyway. Yeah, so I can't keep going back and forwards and then fill my inventory up with like duplicates of everything. They've managed to keep you from being able to do that. You can have one set on the workstation, and you can have as many sets as you like as how many you've duped down on the outpost, but in the actual prospects, in the missions, yeah, there you can't bring more than what you physically purchased. So they have found a way to limit you, so to speak, so that the dupe doesn't actively work in the main part of the game. Because there, it would be unfair. Not yet. Only in the outposts. You can't get. That noise is so fucking annoying me. I have to go and get rid of that box. And just the fact that it's taking damage here is a bit strange. I thought the whole point of the outpost was that the even wood doesn't take damage. Anyway, yeah, because if you could dupe things and then get to actively use them on the prospects, that would be an unfair advantage. Yeah, you could like dupe yourself as many pickaxes as you want, and go down and never have to make a pickaxe, or insert whatever item here. Especially if it's like a consumable. Yeah, you could basically get away with never having to buy consumables ever again. You just keep duping them. But fortunately, it's not the case. They've managed to plug the hole. Because I mean, if it worked with consumables and you were actually able to take things away, you could basically just buy one of each of the consumables, like the injections and the food and all that kind of stuff, then just make as much of it as you want, but it's not the case. Okay, let's sleep. And let's go looking for a place. Because when I was thinking about the Viking house, I was thinking of putting it on this central island. Because it's the biggest of all of the islands. But then getting to that island, it would be a fairly tedious task of building bridges from island to island to get to the mainland. And it would be a nice centerpiece, but it almost seems like a crime to have all of these glorious mountains around and not build something like into the side of the mountain or something. Have almost like a Tony Stark style house just pointing out of the side of the mountain. I'm going to go and have a look at that place over there, because that little ridge, if that's got any width to it whatsoever, that might be a nice place to like build out of. I'm going to probably need buildables to get up there, so let's make ourselves some... You want to fall over today? I can only play for so long on the Outpost because it sounds weird, but I totally like miss the wolves and the bears. The fact that this place is so passive just gets a little boring after a while. Yeah, sure. What do you... I've got almost everything. I didn't get thatch because I thought that was a complete waste of tech points. But other than that, more or less everything I could get, I did get. I don't use spears. So the spears and the hammers I didn't get anywhere because I thought it was useless. I should get the poison arrow. And then this one. I'm still leaving points because there's a whole bunch of stuff that says coming soon. Yeah, on tier 4. Because there's a whole bunch of stuff here that says coming soon. And I counted it, I think it's like 12 things that are still coming soon. So I want to leave at least 12 points. So that when that happens, I can get those. But that's more or less everything. Like, I didn't get the things that I'm absolutely positively not going to use, because I'm never going to make composite arrows. And I didn't get the crossbow, so I didn't get the bolt. And then the same thing here. Basically, the hammer, I don't see the point of getting the higher tier hammer, because the only place I'd even bother making it is the Outpost, but nothing takes damage on the Outpost. Spears I don't use, so I didn't get it. Carbon arrow again. I'm never going to spend carbon on an arrow when it's still got a 10% projectile break chance on it. If you're going to make an arrow that's pretty expensive and you want to put a break chance on it, then reduce that to like 2%. Oh, fire extinguisher. I wanted to get that, if for nothing else than a bit of roleplay purposes. Hunter armor. I'm never going to make that, so that's why I didn't get that. But basically everything. And my XP is still red because I died. I had 16.5 million XP and then I got killed by a polar bear. And I still haven't made it back past the original amount I had when I died. That's why it's still red. So I'm waiting for that to go green again as soon as I get past 16.5 million. The annoying thing is I've probably been up to about 15 million, about 4 times since dying. But I then die again and obviously get thrown all the way back to 13 million again. Ooh. I was about to say I want to get rid of this tree in case it falls on the house, but there aren't storms strong enough to make it fall on the house. So we'll just leave it there. Where are we? We want some more of these. I've got 2 level 99 characters, and now the previous dude that I was using on the Voyager mission, he's 45. But he's the 9th character that I made. Well, the 9th sacrifice character. Level 7. Oh, I couldn't tell you. I don't remember anymore. I didn't really keep track. I got there so many times. I was like, I don't know. If I had to hazard a guess, if you played like grinding, so whenever you got fiber, you'd make bandages and destroy them in bandages, and do as much as you could to get as much XP as you could as quickly as possible. And you're on a mission where you can get to like the Arctic or the desert. If I had to hazard a guess, I'd probably say you could get to around level 77 in about 10 hours of gameplay. Oh, 99. 99, that takes a bit more because towards the end, the difference between levels starts to get pretty high. So you're looking at like the 250,000 XP per level. I think maybe if I played something similar to what I did on Voyager, and I did as much as possible to just grind XP, so whenever I'm running somewhere, I pick things up and then turn the fiber into bandages and destroy it, and whenever I'm at home, do whatever I can to get XP next to actually playing the game, then I think you could probably get to about level 99 in about 20 hours. 20 hours of gameplay, but then that's playing with grind, I'd say. If you just go about playing it, the first character I reached level 99 with, I did after about, I think it was 2 weeks of playing the game, roughly. And that was, like, at the beginning, I was really seriously into it. I played this over everything else, at least, like, a minimum of 10 hours a day. So, yeah, I probably had well in excess of 100 hours in to get my first character to the 99. But when I did that, I didn't do any grind. Yeah, so the XP that I got organically. But since making extra characters and playing in different styles and learning a bunch of the XP grind tricks, I reckon if you really put your mind to it, you could get it done out of about 20 hours of gameplay. I don't think that would be impossible. Can we get up there without buildables? Yes, we can. Okay. It looked different from a distance. I thought this little plateau thing was a little higher up and stood out more from the mountain. I did indeed. I most certainly did indeed. That was the end of the last stream. Thank you very much. I'm just chilling on the outpost now, looking for a place to build something epic in the side of the hill. We need a good view, you know? Where you come out in the morning with your cup of coffee and you sit down and you're just like, yeah, that looks fucking amazing. It would be wrong not to. I mean, you could build wherever you want, and then you come out of your door in the morning and you look around and it's like, yeah, it looks nice, but you know, you want to be up on the mountain somewhere and have a good overview of everything. Am I gonna? Yeah, I thought as much. Never mind. Oh, definitely. I've got the rope thing, don't I? Oh, I don't with this character, do I? I with this guy is purely mining. He's so heavy on the solo tree and guns and purely mining. I'm kind of annoyed at myself that I didn't leave talent points, because they're probably going to do this. They're probably going to, if, what is it, not change the talent tree in a big way, they're probably going to add talents. And now that I've used all of my talent points with all of my characters, I'm basically screwed unless I start another character from fresh. Which I was thinking of doing. Like this character I'm playing with now, I was thinking of deleting him and just starting another one. Because I really had no idea what I was doing when I started to select these talent points. I got nothing on the bows. I put a whole bunch on the guns. I don't even use shotguns anymore because they're worthless. Yeah, I went really heavy on the solo because I play 99% of the time solo. I really want, I really want to get this back into the green, just so I can see like what point I was at when I died, because I can't remember. It's somewhere around 16.5 million XP, maybe a bit above that, but I just can't remember. And I want to get that character back so that the XP is green, so that I'm in the positive. Oh, I know which one you mean. The Icarus Builds app. The Icarus Intel has it linked in the links section. Yeah, I've looked at that. I don't really. Yeah, I've got the links turned off because there was a time when bots came in and started posting links to all these bogus places where you can like get extra followers and everything. So I just I turned the links off. No, I know. It's what is it? Icarus Builds app or something like that. I've seen it. I've tried it out myself, but I just go not all like loose, but I try to do it as organically as possible. Like I just look at what it is that I'm doing in general, like my gameplay style, and then I pick things as I go along that kind of fit the way that I play. I don't really put all that much thought into that, and I've been happy with the other characters that I've made since in that fashion. I do have more wood, don't I? Yeah, I can make more of these. Let's get a few more of those and see if we can't have a look what's up this mountain. Oh, it's just displaying 3 stars. Why? How far can I get? I can get this far. Let's put something like that down. The fucking way you have to build, it's so bloody annoying. I just want to get... It's there. It's right there. It keeps jumping away from it. I want to get it facing up towards the mountain. So fucking annoying. There we go. That's what I want. Oh, is there an invisible wall? Oh, come off it. That's lazy coding. I can't go any further up, even though I've got... There, you see, I can't physically stand any further up. Well, that sucks. I was going to try and build to the top of the mountain. Let's look around a bit, see if we can't find another place to make our Outpost dreams come true. That's right, die. Fucking hell. There goes the 2.5 million XP I've been accruing to try and get in the positive. Well, isn't that glorious? And look, from 16 back down to 13. No, I'm okay. Just 2.5 million XP. It's like the 4th time that's happened. That I've been relatively high, and then I just from something completely mundane and silly. It was going to happen sooner or later. I guarantee it, because I do want to build up in the mountains, and falling off from somewhere high up was going to happen eventually. Oh, for sure, definitely. Oh, I was at home, I could have made myself a splint and halved the amount of time that I'm going to have a broken leg at least, because now I'm moving stupidly slow. I mean, it definitely helped with some of the cliffs, because I seem to have a talent. If I don't check the map quickly and regularly enough, I end up running straight at cliffs. And I notice, and I don't fall down, obviously, but then you've got to walk all the way around just so you don't break a leg. If we had like a parachute, you could just jump off the cliff and sail down. Like, if that was a backpack, if that was a G-slot item, and all it did was a parachute, and it wouldn't give you anything extra, I wouldn't care. I'd be happy with that. Because the number of times it can save you. Excusez-moi. If I'd made a splint, then I'd already be walking at normal speed. The splint is the one thing that I still haven't gotten into the into my routine of making. I always make suture kits, and I always make bandages so that I have some on me. And especially once I get to the kitchen phase, and I've got like the kitchen bench, and I always make sure I've got the poison pills and the whatchamacallit, the antibiotic pills. It's just the splint is one thing I've never really been able to get into my routine of making. I get sprained ankles and broken legs really infrequently. Like it's not a thing for me. I'm normally more careful than this. It's the outpost, and you know you don't really pay attention, and then yeah, you get a little lapse in judgment, and then boom, this happens. Can we not? Is there nowhere? Yeah, there. Oh no. We've got to play mountain goat a little, just so we can like push the boundaries and see where we can actually climb up. I mean, if you look at that, you'd think, nah, I'm never going to be able to walk up that. And we walk down it just fine. Oh, it depends on what your play style is, and what you've put together for talents. But for me personally, because I use the bow a lot, and I got the extra movement speed from the talents. So when I'm holding a bow, I run faster. The miner, this guy is a miner. What do I have? I don't think there's anything movement speed related with mining. Just the encumbrance penalty, increase yield. Well, if you're a miner, then but you still want to be able to move a little faster, then do what I do, where you have I've got half and half, so I get like one dampener for movement speed, and then one for weight capacity. Or if you don't really care about moving that much faster, then just get two for weight capacity. Then you can carry 10 kilos more. If you add that to having the gatherer's backpack. Oh, hey Stormy, good. Got myself a nice Hawaiian pizza. Chilled out for a little bit. Died again. How's your day going? Oh, we've got the armor bug. There we go. Absolutely. Okay, cool. Oh, don't tell me. Exactly the same place. That's exactly the same place we just fell down. It's like, for Christ's sake. Okay, that'll do. And how goes it in Surviving Mars? We'll go and have a look at that. What are we looking at? Let's go this way. I was also thinking about doing like a Tony Stark style. Oh, that's cool. After like 5 or 6 souls. Oh, wow. That's good. That's lucky. Nah, it's happened to me twice, once after the other, but it's just because I'm not paying attention. It's just the outpost. I'm like, whatever. And I'm still on the fence, but I'm leaning towards deleting this character and starting it so I can start a fresh one anyway. So I don't really care whether I die or not, and I lose the XP. Oh, I know it's a long way away, but at least you'll be able to get the vistas generating from whatchamacallit, when you start to get the forests going. So that this might be an interesting place. If I can get up there, that would be an interesting place to take a look at. If I could build like a Tony Stark style mansion on on top of this, that would be cool. Oh, we've only got one left. Oh, it's Brazil. It's easy to grind out the cash with them. This storm wants to hurry up and be over already. It's bad enough having a broken leg, and the exposure slows you down. Disaster bug? What do you mean? What disaster bug was there? What's the disaster bug? Oh, that's weird. Okay. Well, that definitely wasn't the case on my... What was it? How many percent? 1,070 or something. When we were doing that challenge, well, that I started, that I never really got back to doing. Had plenty of the bloody disasters. Where are we? There we are. Will it let me get up here? I can. I think we found our location. If we flatten this out with foundations, and then we plan out a better... Well, this is just temporary, just to get up here. If we flatten this out with foundations, we could totally have like a little terrace jutting out here, and then have the rest of the house there, and build like a multi-story little thing in the side of the mountain. You basically get all of the map in one view. This is nice. Yeah, I'm definitely going with this. Oh, no, no! Oh, God. I've got to fucking pay attention. Where was that? That was coming from here down to here. Oh, let's... Oh, I've never been able to get more than like a handful of bio robots before. I never really put all that much effort into it, to be honest. I mean, until I spoke to you back in the day when I was playing it, I thought the bio robots came from the bio robotics workshop, and you just, you know, have the odd one come along every so often, depending on how many people you had working in one. Yeah, no, I know that now, but back then, I never really paid much attention to trying to get it, because I thought you just had to spam bio robotics workshops and hope for the best. Okay, so we'll leave the marker there, so we know where we're coming back to. I'm kind of kicking myself for having built the house all the way over there. Now I'm going to have to commute with all the bits. I'll definitely put a bridge up though, make it easier to get here. Okay, so they're like a blank slate. That's useful. You can imprint them with whatever you want. The bio robots are able to go to the... They're able to go to the places that give them the traits, no? There's like the advanced... I can't remember what it is now. The sanatorium? They're able to go there, aren't they? And then you can just choose to imprint them with whatever you want. Oh, it removes them. What? I can't remember what's the one that actually gives them the perks. Because for the normal humans, they get them through school, and whether they go to a playground or not. I remember that. Yeah, I know it's one of the wonders. I can't remember what the name of it is now, off the top of my head. It's been a while. Let's get some more fibre. I'm definitely not going to make the trek here over normal terrain. If I'm going to use my house where it is at the moment to make all of the buildables that I need, I want a nice, relatively fast way of getting here. And seeing as this is the outpost, and we're not supposed to... The wooden buildables aren't supposed to take any damage. We'll just throw a quick wooden bridge together straight across the lake. We can work on improving it as time goes on. And as long as the spans aren't too long, we can just go from island to island, and we don't even have to put pillars underneath it. We can do it the fast and dirty way. Because the house is over here. The house is over here. No. Where's the house? Fuck, I forgot where the house was now. Hold fast outpost. Yeah, it's there. It's there. It's over here. Over here, just in front of where this cave is. So... we more or less need to point in that direction. We can get this. We'll start from that island, because that seems to be a little higher than the mainland. Well, if you keep doing... oh, come off it. I don't want to have to put pillars down. That's already too long. You can get away with that if you keep calling in... if you keep capturing asteroids over and over, and you get the surface littered with metal deposits. You just got to have the MSDS lasers. Or get lucky and not have meteors strike your domes. I need to make room. Let's get rid of some of the berries. They stack to 20, so seems the most logical course. We only need one pillar underneath each one anyway. No, I don't look at it like that. I mean, if you look at the way that they plan to eventually colonize Mars, I mean, if you had a problem, then bottom line, you're gonna look to call in brain power from Earth anyway. Do not break. Oh, the Mohole Miner. That's my favourite wonder, that one. There we go, that's one. We've just got to do that all the way across, basically. Where's the hut that I made? I made a hut and I put a campfire and a bedroll in it. Well, I can't see it. Of course I missed the bridge. I'm gonna have to put some lighting on the corner of that so I can see where I'm going. Let's make a torch. Can we get any sulfur? No, that's oxide. No. Of course we're not going to find some sulfur when we want it. Okie dokie, mate. Have a nice dinner. Thanks for stopping by. I'm going to be here for a while. It's going to be daytime by the time I find sulfur, guarantee it. And it's not going to matter anymore. There's a bunch of weird sounds when you're out and about at night time that sound like weird animal noises and noises from animals we haven't seen yet. So I'm hoping that whenever they add the DLC or whenever it is that they add some of the native animals of like the proper aliens, that some of the noises that we're hearing at night is going to be one of them. Do you want to fucking drop it already? Thank you very much. Where did that stuff... There it is. We're going to need some stone as well. Now we just need a rock. There we go. Oh, yay. Lucky strike when I don't need it. We definitely don't need 100. Ah, fuck it. Go on, let's make 100. I love flare arrows. They look so fucking cool. The problem is if you shoot them straight up in the air, or at least the last time I did, it didn't do it properly. Is it actually going to come down and... But it would be nice if you could... Oh, excuse me, sorry. Oh, tried to get to the mute button, but didn't quite make it. Like, if you shot these things straight up in the air, that if they did give you... Oh, I made it to the mute button that time. Oh, they do. Okay, nice. They just got to periodically shoot one up. Keep them, what is it, staggered. We're building in that direction. Excuse me. It's not exactly the most efficient way to light the place up in the dark, is it? But at least it's interesting. Oh, we're out of wood as well. Oh. I wonder what it looks like if I turn RTX on, if it makes any difference. Well, it seems to light up a much larger area with RTX. And we're out of wood again. Well, there's nothing on this little island. I could just do it. Could just do it the way I normally do in large caves. As long as we don't set half the fucking forest on fire. Wouldn't be very nice, because then we'd have to restart delete the outpost and start again. This is what happens when you're too lazy to go home and sleep, and you don't have any fur to make a bedroll. Well, at least the storm is going to brighten everything up. That's one piece of graphical logic I'll never understand. It can be 2 o'clock in the morning where otherwise it's so dark you shouldn't be able to see, but then just because a storm comes along you can see like it was the middle of the day. Because the volumetric fog of the storm makes it super bright so you can actually see. We'll make use of it. I'm not complaining. Why did we only get 6? I mean, however many. I thought I made enough to make it up to 20. It's quite odd. Oh, look, even the animals are using the bridge. You like being able to walk across the water? So do I. I just want it done quick and dirty so we can come and go between here and at the house and where we're going to build the mansion on the mountain. Is that it? We're done with fucking. We're not getting very far out of all the floors that we keep making. Still haven't found the hut. There's supposed to be a hut out here somewhere. Let's go and chop another little batch of wood then, shall we? Oh, and we're out of food. Isn't that marvellous? Which one of you was using my bridge? I need breakfast. course we missed. Come here, Mr. Rabbit. I need them proteins. And we need to make a little bit of room. Okie dokie. It's nice when you build up on a hill. Just the sunrise reminded me of it. The higher up we are on the mountain, the earlier we're going to get the sunrise. Go. What is this, the Deer Superhighway? You're really liking my fucking bridge, aren't you? That's right, fuck off. That's more or less okay. Direction-wise, just need more of it. Dinner is served. There you go, Mr. Bunny Rabbit. Let's chuck that on there, shall we? That's right, fall on my head. Even though I was chopping you to fall in the opposite direction. It just seems a little odd that you chop down a tree that's like that thick and you barely get more wood out of it than you would from like a thinner tree. Yeah. Oh, you've got the talent that automatically picks it up for you. Oh, I saw that one. Seemed interesting. It's just the talents that actually might be useful are hidden so far down the tree. I'm too tight-fisted to spend the points that it takes to get down there. It's like halfway down the tree, if I remember correctly. Oh yeah, it's not going to make it because the wood isn't in my inventory, it's on my hotbar. And it needs a free space to pull the item back into your inventory to utilise it. Which is a fucking odd way of doing it, but... Okay, let's see how far we can get now. I am going the right way, aren't I? Yeah. Because that's where the cave is, and we built the house just beside it over there, so we're more or less going straight for the house. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. It'll bring us in just beside the house. How is that inventory full? That's where we're going. So we're about a little over halfway there. And I'll end up turning this bridge into something better looking, like give it proper foundations and use pillars along the edge to make it look a little fancier, and the half like railings and maybe the half pieces down the side as like banisters and that. But I just want to get something down because I don't want to have to go all the way around every single time. Like I make a bunch of buildables and I want to go up the hill and put them down and build, and then just quickly run home to go and do something and get some more, and not make my way halfway around the map every single time. I'm definitely not moving my house there. My little starter house is nice where it was, or where it is. This is the outpost, and we'll end up having little houses here, there, and everywhere sooner or later anyway. It's just unfortunate that happens to be the particular cave I chose to build in front of. You want to not laugh at me? Yeah, and I fucking miss. You're lucky. You're lucky. Let's get rid of that, shall we? We need a room. Let's get rid of that as well, shall we? Give us more space. What are we low on now? Oh, we just picked up that little wood. Okay. Thought we were low on like fibre or something. This is where it starts to get a little bit tedious. It'll pick up once we actually get into the swing of building things. Laughing now, are you? What is it with all the animals? What am I fucking Dr. fucking Doolittle or something? Go away. It's a long way even if we go across a bridge. But I can flat out run and completely exhaust my stamina and not even make it all the way across. Why does it disappear down into the ground like that? Okay. Well, we're not going to have enough to go across, so we'll start making some more. That's going to be a pretty cool place for a house. Just there. Excuse me. They're trying to kill me. Okie. Nearly there. There we go. Let's clear a path to the bridge. I think here I'll make a nice proper little like stone foundation that side, stone foundation this side. Have a nice little proper little bridge coming across. I don't need it, but just as like a little accent piece that we can come straight across to this part of the bridge. Ah, I want the wheat. I don't want to clear too much off because, vegetation, as far as I know, doesn't really grow back in outposts. Vegetation and trees, once it's gone, seeing as we chop up the stump as well, it's gone. You could potentially end up making the entire map bald in the end. Oh, we left the door open. Don't want that. Let's grab some more food. And we'll put all of this stuff away while we're at it. We've got plenty of silica to make lots of concrete, which is good. And we'll make some flour. And we'll turn the rest of the bones into thing, and then sticks into tree sap. Well, I don't really need the stamina stuff either right now, do I? Because we're not doing lots of running. Where did... I could have sworn I had an extra biofuel can. What did I use that for? I don't have a kitchen. Yeah. Okay, so next thing is we need to mine up some stone. We'll repair that. We'll wait until that's a little bit more worn to repair it. I want to leave that there. And that. What do we have on this side? We've already cleaned this side out. Let's go a little bit further down. Now you've got to be careful with what it is that you choose to mine up on the outpost, because once you've mined it, it's gone. You might get to that area of the map a little later on and be wishing you had some rocks or some trees or something as decoration, but nope. Trees, as far as I know, grow back past a certain number of days. And they're more likely to grow back in a certain area if when you chop it down you don't chop the stump out. If you leave the stump there, then supposedly, like it did in the beta, the tree's supposed to grow back. The bushes, as far as I know, once they're gone, they're gone. And the only ores that spawn back, to the best of my knowledge, are the ones that you find in the caves. But the ones out here, out and about, they don't spawn back. Well, that's the case with the caves. As far as I know, it's not the same with the other stuff out in the world, unless they've got some sort of trigger set, so it looks to see if you've built anything in the area, and if you have, then it doesn't respawn the stuff there. But if it respawned the other stuff in the world, you could potentially chop a whole bunch of trees down and build a house there, and then you relog and come back and you've got a tree regrown in your house. So to prevent that, As far as I know, it's only the stuff in the caves and trees if you leave the stump. Okay, we'll have to make a little bit of room in there. Otherwise there won't be any space to put the cement. I'll get some stone for the masonry bench as well. I put all of that stone straight into the cement mixer, but I forgot I wanted some for the masonry bench as well. Of course, we get a lucky strike on one of the rocks. Oh, okay. I wasn't aware of that. I mean, there aren't usually like rocks, like stones in caves. So unless that was like it happened near a cave and that's why, then maybe what I've been told is wrong. Oops. I didn't mean to drop that. Because in the betas... Oh. Well, there's the answer. I mined this place flat before building this house. And there's a stone right in the middle of my living room. You do not belong there, stone. Yeah, and these are foundations. This isn't just a floor, this is a proper foundation. Oh yeah, I have a generator. That's where I put the other... That's where I put the fuel cans. I've completely forgot I made the generator already. Well, hopefully it's just that one stone. It's a good thing we're building on the side of a mountain. There's no stones to respawn there. Where's the masonry bench? Is it upstairs? Yeah, there it is. Okay, chuck that in there. We're going to need some wood. A little more than that, though. just hope the trees don't start spawning back. Because there was a whole bunch of trees here as well. Having to chop down the trees from the middle of my house wouldn't be much fun. I mean, having to mine a rock in the middle of my living room every now and then doesn't seem like too much of a problem, just as long as we don't have to chop down trees at like every 4 or 5 days. Okay then. Get this tree, and then that should get us going with the stone. We've just got to figure out where to put it. And more importantly, I guess, like what kind of design to do. Could try something with the I could come down here, couldn't I? Like this. Over here. I don't want to come off of it at a 90-degree angle, that's the thing. But if I do come down here, and I could have this like covered, yeah, so you can come out onto the bridge like undercover, and then have it come off and go in that direction over to that side. Question. Wrong one. I wanted to get rid of the stairs, not the foundation. Yeah, there we go. Okie dokie, wood. Let's make ourselves a handful of foundations. We'll want another one of them. We'll make some of them, if it would let us. Yeah, it's the stupid queue bug. Can't queue up more than 2 things at a time. Okay, let's get started with what we've got, shall we? You not snap, please. There you go. Gonna have to do it from the other side. There we go. That's what I want. I was kind of thinking of... Yeah, but these are... That's too big. I guess if we did... Let's get the... pillars. I've got an idea, just not sure what it's going to look like. So I've never placed pillars like this before. Yeah, but I'm not going to be able to carry on the floor supported at that level. It has to snap to something, and I can't get a floor at that half level. We'd either have to go up 2, which is going to look odd, I think. If it was a bigger bridge, then maybe it wouldn't look so bad, but... nah. We'll just do it nice and simple. Plain Jane. Oh, we're out of nails. One, 2, 3. I can probably get across with 6. So this would more or less, this would be the center. So if we put this here, it's not going to look that bad. Ooh, I know what I could do. It just hit me. Do that from something else. I kind of wish there was a half pillar, because when you put down the railings, the space in between them looks odd, and then just having pillars up into the air just makes it look a little strange. let's do that vibe all the way across. It just struck me, if I get some more foundations. The problem is the only way to place the foundations the way that I'm placing them, where the beams face outwards, the way you'd normally expect the foundation of that type to be, is you have to place one down so that you can place against it. You place one more, and then you remove this. This middle one is basically the one that you want to place opposite. Then you place this one against that one, and then you get it to look the way you want to look. But I haven't found any way of placing it, like, regardless of what direction you face, for it to go down the way you want straight away. And that was a little bit of a different situation, because I've got something to place it against, and I can look at the different faces and press R. But when you're just placing something out in the middle of nowhere, pressing R just makes it turn one way or the other, but not all the way around. Yeah, and we can put a beam across there like that to make it nice and homogeneous. Come on. I just want it on the edge. I want it on that edge. Come on. There we go. Need some more of those. We're going to go through a lot of materials by the time we get to what we want. Yeah, we'll just have this as a halfway point. Yeah, actually, when I'm looking at that and I'm pressing R now, it does nothing. And on this side, I've got nothing to look at, unless you've actually got a floor in place that you can look at to place it up against. The last time I was using these, I was doing it in deep water. And where I wanted to place it, I didn't have anything to place up against. Where did that go? Great. That was a waste. I guess we could get away with placing posts. If we're going to have this covered, so we could have a pitched roof going all the way along it, so it would be a covered bridge. Yes, we want one more. just need more pillars. Finish off the look. Lots more pillars. And I think to save materials, even though I'd like to use the reinforced railings, but they're way too much when it comes to iron, and the interior ones aren't going to, supposedly, aren't going to get damaged because it's an outpost. We can use those. What do we need? We need more nails again. Where's the centre? We've got 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's nice. We've got 6. We're missing 2. We need 6 more, so that's 8. We need some copper nails as well. So what was it? It was foundation, floor, foundation, foundation, floor, foundation, solid foundation, foundation, floor, solid foundation. So that's 7. Oh, and then we've got a couple leading up to it, so we can make 10. That would be nice. There we go. Yeah, and then what did I say? 7. So we're going to need 14 of those. Need 3 more. And it was 8 of these. This is my first little foray into artistic building in Icarus. I've never really done it yet. I've built more things than I could shake a stick at in Minecraft, but not in anything like this. Well, Rust has got a similar building system, but I never built anything particularly extravagant in that. It's a foundation. It's a foundation without a floor. That's why it won't let me place it there. Yeah, same problem there. I'm going to have to put a floor on top of it. And we need 4 more. And another stone floor. Well, here comes the test. We'll see if any of these interior things take damage. They're not supposed to. Had another idea. Light bulb moment. Just as I was looking at the pitch of the roof, I saw something in a screenshot in the screenshots channel on Discord. Because if I'm going to build in like a modern Viking style, then I'm going to want a particular feature that I might be able to pull off with these. Oh. And I want that as well. Let's have a looky look. Yes, indeed. It's a little bigger than I expected, but a little exaggerated, but And we could even enclose it at the ends, couldn't we? I wonder what this would look like. Because this foundation comes all the way to here. What would it look like if we tried to take it all the way up to the house? I can't place one. I can't place one here. That's where the end. That's where the corner of that foundation is. That one. Come on, disappear, rubble. Oh, there it is. Like that. That's going to look rather odd. Well, let's follow through. If we don't finish it, we never see what it's going to look like, so we can't tell yet 100% whether it's going to look odd or not. I mean, in my head, I can see it looking odd already, but we've got to try. It doesn't work. We'll just do it the other way. It's not as odd. And if we get one of those cap pieces to close it internally. One of these, I think. No, not one of those. One of these. Yep, that's the one. Yeah, because internally it kind of closes off the look, and externally it doesn't look all that bad. Just need another one there. What do we need? Wood. We're going to have to go chop some more wood. It's alright. Seeing as we're playing with angles at this point, there isn't all that much more we could do to make it look way better. I'm digging the interior wood with the stone so far. It's alright, but the top looks a little bare. That might benefit from a beam. It's a bit much. It's a bit bright. If we did it from stone... No, that's alright. That's alright. That's alright. Okay, so we need... If we can actually get up there, thank you very much. We'll figure out that later. Now we need to close that as well. I wonder what that's going to look like, though. Putting one of those end caps in with the wooden beams on there already. Won't let us place it. Let's see if we can trick it into doing what we want. Nope. Ah, that'll be alright. I mean, it's supposed to be the other way around. So these braces are on the inside, but I quite like it turned around like that, to be honest. It gives it that extra little accent look on the inside. Yeah, I'm liking that. Okie dokie, mate. Thanks for stopping by. Happy prospecting. I'm going to be here plodding away at the outpost and just chilling. Oh, yeah. I'm about to starve to death. Thanks. Yeah. I always forget to eat. I'll see you, mate. Have fun. Is that any good looking at all? I mean, it adds something extra, but the amount of time I'd potentially spend just trying to get them to line up properly will add little touches like that when we're like totally bored out of our skulls and can't really think of anything else to do. We want to actually make some progress. I mean, the proper and nice way to do this would be to have the walkway go all the way along. But I don't want to, like, impose too much on the landscape everywhere. Like, where we can go with the flow, just like go with the lay of the land. I'd rather have that, and then we can give a general direction, so to speak, of like where to go by using like floor torches to give ourselves a bit of an edging to where the air quotes path would be. But then it would be nice to have at least a foundation on this end, and then stairs down to what the bridge will become. How many posts have we got to the centre of this building? 1, 2. Oh, would you look at that? It's 3. I'm so happy I went back and changed the dimensions of this building. Stone, maybe, but not wood. Yeah. Just to give it that proper look. Oh, it's 3 to the corner. Ah, I see. So it would be 2 otherwise. Or 4 if we remove the one that's right there. Yeah, I'd rather that. Here we can get the 3 going. Because the door's right at the end anyway. It's hidden by a bush, so we'll leave it. And we're going to need more floors because we've only put foundations here. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which is actually 11. So we need wood and stone. Let's get wood and stone then, shall we? Quaint little house. This humble little starter abode. I'm rather liking that. It's simple. If it was a longer and wider bridge, then I wouldn't mind taking it up a step. Yeah? Like going up with stairs and maybe doing a line of pillars underneath it and then going with like a zigzag of wooden beams underneath as their supports. And then I'd have a 2x2 set of foundation. Well, actually, no. To keep it symmetrical, then we do the same thing as we've done here. It'd just be too wide. And one higher, obviously. And I do believe I'm going to call it on the outpost for today. I've got a bunch of ideas jumping around in my head, but I'm starting to feel a little tired. So So before I get all that drowsy and just start messing up stuff on the house through not paying attention. Put all of this away. Keep it organized, of course. Everything has a place and everything in its place. I'll let that finish up. Yeah, we've got the generator inside. So if we get a ceiling light, I can totally see having at least one in the middle here. If we can get it placed there. I need to replace that with a stone one, because it looks a little out of place otherwise. Yeah, we'll get one there. And then, because the wall lights aren't particularly bright, depending on where exactly we can place one. Like, if we could place one in there, that would be, like, perfect. Get one there. And maybe one in there. And the same thing on this end. Just one in there. Then that would light this up visually, so it would look visually pleasing and also well enough that you could see at night. And there's a foundation here that we have to put a floor... No, it should have a floor on it. Oh, we just put the floor at a different angle than the other ones, isn't it? That's why it looks out of place. It's looking a different direction. Yeah, then that'll be lit up the way we want it. Do we have these lights connected? We do, don't they? And we have RTX turned on now, don't we? Yeah. I'm totally not digging the way those lights look. Like, to improve that, what I'm thinking of, if maybe we put them on the insides of the posts, so that the light is shining more in towards the house. Yeah, so if they were there and they were shining at the house, and it would do more for lighting the place up visually. Because as far as, like, lighting to see, these are, from what I can tell, are only any good if you've got a relatively large space that they can actually cast their light. We have the upstairs lights turned on, don't we? Oh, I moved that one, didn't I? Because these, in comparison to the wall ones, are hella bright. We're not using very much fuel whatsoever. Yeah, and if we put a beam, well, but then that's going to be visible through the floor upstairs. So what I was thinking is, if it would let us, we'd bring the wire across there to come down to the light, and we put a beam in after the fact to cover up the wire. But then, because this ceiling is the floor of the upstairs, that beam would be visible and would be like walking over it. I think I'll probably end up... I'll end up putting like a little outhouse out here. And we can put generators in there. I mean, there's going to be so many lights around the place, we're going to end up needing generators. So we might as well make like a little 4x3, well, not a 4x3, a 4x3. No, 3x2, and we can get 4 generators in there and a couple of composters. Or just one electric composter. Okay, well, we made a nice little bit of interesting progress. I'm digging it. I'm definitely digging it. Yeah, and then imagine if we've got the same thing, we carry that path idea along down to where the bridge is now, and then we basically carry that along all the way across the river to where the other house is going to be. That'll look cool. And then on one of the larger islands, we'll have it open out into like a little 3x3, almost like pagoda. What do they call it? Fuck, I had the word on the tip of my tongue. Not a pagoda, but what the fuck is it? Ah, never mind. Like a little 3x3. Gonna have like benches in there. Maybe try and put some central feature into it. Have like one of the foundations as a pillar going up the middle and have some beams coming off of it and have those holding lights on the end. And we only just got started in building with the Icarus buildables, so I mean the sky's the limit. We just got to get used to using them and all the different possible combinations we can think up of. Well, that's my cue to exit because I'm not going to listen through another another storm. So thanks for stopping by and checking up on what's what and having a chat. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.